Hello, welcome to Outside Xbox. You're watching Show of the Week. I'm Jane.
Hello, I'm Andy. This week I used journalism on Batman Arkham Knight developer Rocksteady to get secrets about Batgirl.
We're really here to talk about the demo today. The Batgirl content is great, and I'm really looking forward to be able to say more about it.
What? Is that it? Andy, you had one job.
You've got to read between the lines, Jane. He said the Batgirl content was great. Batgirl, great, BG, Barbara Gordon confirmed.
Barbara Gordon is Oracle in Arkham Knight.
Aha, Jane, but I also have supporting secondary evidence to back up my own hard-hitting investigation. This tweet from Arkham Knight game director Sefton Hill, where he officially confirms that Batgirl is also Barbara Gordon. Just call me the world's second greatest detective. Ready for some more excellent detective work? I knew you would be.
The people of Gotham need you.
Okay, judging by this footage, cross-referenced with maps in the city archives, Arkham Knight takes place in the entirety of Gotham City as opposed to the smaller enclosed section we were restricted to in Arkham City. As you can see though, population density seems far lower than normal, suggesting a mass civilian evacuation, and a quick scan of standard emergency protocol points to the threat of a potential chemical attack as the most likely reason. With Joker off the scene, the supervillain most likely to launch such an attack is Scarecrow with his fear toxin. Also, he's all over this trailer like a bad smell.
How many lives will you destroy in pursuit of what you call justice?
He's not the only antagonist you'll be facing off against in the game. If you scramble and then re-unscramble the title Arkham Knight, you get Arkham Knight, which is clearly the name of a character in the game. Hey, this guy has an A on his chest. It's good enough for me. It's just a shame there's no clue whatsoever as to the true identity of the Arkham Knights, not even for a keen inquiring mind like my own. If only previously minor series character Azrael, who also coincidentally happens to be a knight, could offer some insight into the identity of the Arkham Knight during his starring role in this recent trailer for the game.
Dark days are here, Batman.
Nope, nothing useful there. Oh well, back to the detective drawing board on that one, I guess. Still, plenty of other things to deduce. For example, this time you won't just be relying on your grappling hook to get around Gotham. There's a brand new drivable Batmobile in Arkham Knight. I ran the car's engine note through an acoustic analyzer and it sounds like it's running a hybrid powertrain for a combined 1200 brake horsepower, which should be pretty handy for running over, but definitely not killing criminals. You also won't be without human backup either. Longtime favourite sidekicks Nightwing, Robin and Catwoman will be present as well, which I've worked out because these people in the trailer are all wearing those characters' costumes. It really is the little things you pick up on. And finally, and this is the big one, I'm delighted to confirm that Batman is definitely in the game. I deciphered that from looking at the box art, which says Batman on it. I rest my case.
So there's Batman, obviously, but there's also Nightwing and Batgirl and Robin, yeah?
Are they all just going around together then? Doesn't the Batmobile only seat one person?
You could have one in the trunk, one on his lap.
Maybe Andy's got something on this.
Yes, I definitely do. Let me just look at my journalistic notes here. Investigate possible Batman-Bruce Wayne connection. No, that's not it. Dual play. Okay, so when Rocksteady announced that Nightwing, Robin and Catwoman were going to be in Arkham Knight and were going to be playable, people immediately thought co-op. But that's not the case. Instead, we have a different system called dual play. It's single player, combat focused and specific to certain types of missions. In these dual play situations, Batman and his partner take on a group of thugs together. You start off playing as Bats, but can switch to the other character at any time. This is handy if you need to keep a combo going when there are no bad guys around, or if a thug strays a bit too close to one of the environmental takedown objects on the other side of the room. Get your combo high enough and you can hit left bumper to activate a dual play takedown, where your partner will jump in and do something horribly violent to your enemy, then you automatically continue playing as them until you do another dual takedown which will switch you back to Batman. Missions in Arkham Knight are selected from a mission wheel which sorts them by the villain you're going up against. The Nightwing dual play missions, for example, are all based around you and moody goth Nightwing blowing up genuine, real Cockney the Penguin's weapon caches. I'll let Rocksteady explain.
So in the Penguin weapons cache mission, it's sort of multiple combat situations or multiple environments where Batwing and Nightwing are working together. So they're locating Penguin's weapon caches, and at points in the game, Nightwing will contact you and say, I found another one, meet me here. And you go ahead, you go meet Nightwing, you take on the thugs, you disarm the weapons caches, and then Nightwing moves on to go and try and find another one for you.
Other missions involve Robin and Catwoman, but Rocksteady are being cagey about what they'll actually involve.
We haven't talked about exactly the nature of those missions, but Robin is available in dual play, as is Catwoman.
I'm going to guess fighting, mostly. Also, dual play means you'll be fighting twice as many people at once because there's 2 of you, which can seem pretty overwhelming at first glance.
I think it gives a real feel of awesome, explosive, chaotic Batman brawl action, having another character there with you. And it's one of the great things about being exclusively on new-gen platforms now, is being able to build those big fights, putting loads of detail in, having loads of thugs, and just being able to lay into them, really live that Batman power fantasy of just being able to beat up a whole room of guys.
So that's dual play, an entirely new way to almost but not quite kill people in Arkham Knight. Wouldn't want to break that code, eh, Batman? It doesn't count if the car kills them, come on.
Now it's time to see what you've written in the comments and in fiendish yet ultimately solvable riddles.
Actually, our supervillain commenters have given up on the whole riddles thing. Turns out it's much easier to commit crimes if you don't tell us what you're going to do in advance.
Oh, hey, yeah, good thinking. First up, your comments on last week's show in which we were farmed and dangerous in Farming Simulator 15.
There's chainsaws and Lamborghinis. Alright, the chainsaw is for actually chopping down trees, not eviscerating rival farmers, and the Lamborghini is a tractor, not an Aventador, but still, hints of a romantic subplot?
Whammy Time 91 knows what's up and says, wait, Farming Simulator's out? Screw you, Wild Hunt!
While Cody Welter says, I didn't know farming consisted of cross-country races with 2-ton tractors and human totem poling. Sign me up.
It does if you're doing it right, as Kai Robertson points out. Farming Simulator Co-op, 1% actual farming, 99% tractor drag racing.
We're on a straight, so what I'm going to do is deploy my secret weapon, which is detaching my trailer. Ha!
Oh yeah. Now onto your comments on this video about the genius video game tutorials we didn't immediately want to skip.
Back in Tomb Raider 1, the training level was the dead posh Croft Manor with its great halls full of crates and gym mats. It was a nice treat running Lara around a swanky safe space for a change, where nothing could hurt you as long as you didn't do a swan dive off a balcony face first onto the parquet or drown in the pool.
Now I'd better take off these wet clothes.
Cheeky. As ever, some great suggestions from you lot, including one from CNJ93 who says, you missed South Park Stick of Truth.
Okay, listen up. The key to surviving in battle is not to get hit in the bows. Clyde, it's your turn to attack. Douchebag, protect your bows.
Words to live by. Devin Putney, on the other hand, suggests, what about Deadpool's tutorial where he doesn't even know the controls to his own game?
Does anybody remember how to play? I never read the manual.
You and me both, Deadpool. Lastly, Sebastian Herzog says, now do the worst tutorial levels.
Just go to the Wikipedia page, list of video games, it'll save us all some time. Finally this week, your comments on us playing the Evil Within DLC, The Consequence, featuring the triumphant return of Save Cat.
Save Cat, I've had such a day.
Scandranon Mar18, I find it hard to believe that 17 other people had that username, but there we go, says, I find it odd you're so fond of seeing Save Cat, considering every time you see him something bad happens. He's both a saviour and a bad omen.
Like all cats.
Everything looks like Save Cat! No! Oh God, you tricked us with Save Cat!
Strong idea here from Tom Cartwright, who says, The Evil Within 2 should be based purely around Save Cat, with a deep backstory of how it came to be the cat it is today. That cat has seen some things, man, you can tell.
And where did it get that little bow?
Finally, Jesse Clark says, I love all the horror tropes you guys throw out there. Like, I'm glad that's all over, and nothing bad will happen now.
Well, we're getting closer to the stem bit, whatever.
Yeah. I'm sure all sorts of nice things will happen once we get there.
It's going to be a regular candy land.
All right, apropos of nothing, let's split up and look for clues because we'll cover more ground that way. I'll go back to the studio, you check out that abandoned cabin by the lake.
I'll be right back.
That's it for Show of the Week. Thanks for watching, and riddle me this, video watchers. What has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon?
Is the answer press the like button?
Yes.
Cool, thanks for watching. I got them to confirm Batman was in it. That's got to count for something.
I don't think that was a question anyone was asking.
Yeah, because they don't have my hard-nosed journalistic instincts.